I'm Adera Toye, and I'm here with author and activist Mr. Kevin Powell after he just got finished with a presentation with Bennett College students. So you've been here on Bennett College's campus all day. So how was your experience?
I love it at Bennett College. I've had an incredible day. This is the first stop with my new book out, The Education of Kevin Powell, and I couldn't think of a better place to be with you brilliant students here in the great state of North Carolina.
Now, was there a particular reason why you picked Bennett College to jumpstart your book tour?
Well, like Ms. Tamara Jeffries, one of your professors here, she said earlier today, I've known her for 20 some odd years, and we got to talking, as we say in the South, on social media, and it just made sense, given that I talk about gender issues in my book, I talk about manhood, leadership, a lot of things that y'all talked about tonight, race issues, et cetera. So it was perfect. I mean, you all gave me a lot of food for thought. I can't even tell you.
Now, coming from a hit TV show such as The Real World, did you think
What's
that
that? I'm
um,
kidding.
did you think that it was going to become a hit TV show before going into it?
I had no idea. I just, when I did that show back in the day, I
Mhm.
just was hoping that I could get a couple of speaking gigs out of it. We had no idea that it would turn into a whole, movement and a genre of TV that's been around now for 2 decades. So it's pretty
Mhm.
incredible to see everything that's happened with it.
And I know reality television is really big in this generation today, in this era. So, do you believe that positive opportunities can happen from trying out or being on these shows?
Well, I actually think y'all should go to college and get your degrees and do what you're doing, which is have a career. I mean, it's cool if that's what people want to do, but what I always say to folks, we actually had careers. I was a writer on my season. Norman was an artist. Heather B was a rapper. Andre was a musician. Becky was a musician. Eric was a model. Julie was a dancer. And so we all had careers. And I just think that's important because you don't want to just be famous for the sake of being famous. You actually want to have something that you're passionate about that you're doing. And so, I don't knock it if people want to do that, but I just think, make sure you're doing something that is actually meaningful in your life as well. And that, this is my 12th book. My first book came out the year after I was on that show. That year that the show started, it was also the year that Quincy Jones started Vibe magazine, which became this incredible experience for me. So I always had the writing thing going on, and I'm very proud of that.
And now I remember earlier during your luncheon, you mentioned that this generation is the new millenniums, and you said that they're the brilliant geniuses that are creating the images we see today in the media. And I just want to know, what are your thoughts on how we can keep those positive images in the media today, especially with African American women?
Well, like I said earlier, it's important that y'all control the images. Certainly we need people like you to be on camera, but we also need you to be a writer, a producer, a creator of content. That's how you do it. You put out the images that you want to see. I mean, look how you're representing yourself now. This is a positive image of black womanhood, of womanhood. And so I think that's what it has to be. That's what I try to represent. Since Vibe, I've worked for myself for 19 years, and a lot of it has been in multimedia settings. I have my own company, my own multimedia company, and even the things that I do on TV or when I come to a college campus like this, I think all the time of how I want to present myself. That's the first step to branding. How do you present yourself to people?